SOC the brand. SOC the brand. SOC the brand. SOC the
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to our second episode of Unfiltered. We are happy you guys are joining us again. You know what I'm saying? I got my man's Rowan with me. I got Dylan. And today, filling in for Ashley, we got Vanessa. You know what I'm saying? She was kind of alias last time. Y'all saw her on the stream yard talking about, I don't know what she was talking about, but you know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we just get into it a little bit, a little conversation. You know what I'm saying?
So what's good with you guys?
I'm cool, bro. I'm cool.
What's up with y'all? So peep this, bro. Mad time, bro. So peep the little event that we had the other day, bro. The roller skating.
Yeah, what about that?
Prior to that, before the girl was picking me up, one night she was with a little girl.
Listen, don't be claiming nothing, bro.
I'm going to the Shell gas station, right, bro. Some dude that's black sense, bro. Just casually pull up on my brother over, bro. Casually, bro. It speeds off as if I did something wrong, cuz. So my life was in danger. That's what he was saying.
I don't know, bro. I mean, you gotta watch out for Shell. I think that might have been your first mistake, bro. You went to Shell gas station.
She's picking me up there.
She's picking you up at a gas station, bro. Come on, bro.
I don't understand, fool, bro. Dylan, I'm talking to you, bro. Bro, what's good with you, bro? What's good?
She's picking him up.
What's
at
up?
a-
What's up?
But that really scary, bro.
You said what?
You see at the roller skating, bro.
Uh-huh.
What you see, bro?
What you mean what I see?
You know what I'm saying? Some people reported, bro. They saw me doing things at the dinner table with a funnel cake, bro. What's going on, cuz?
I plead the fifth. I don't even know what to say to that, bro. I really don't even know what to say to that, bro. Like. Oh,
Fell like 3 or 4 times, bro. Ripped his pants and all. Peed his pants on the ring, bro.
y'all gonna keep lying?
Violated.
You gonna keep lying?
Shorty's
Talk to the viewers. You gonna keep lying?
Shorty's laughing at him, bro.
Alright. This man, you're in a church, bro. You can't be lying like this, bro. Alright, you gotta add the context. Be this, bro. Be this. This man wrong, bro. This man literally was speed racer, bro. Circling around the whole ring, bro. Pull up right next to me, bro. Try and run me over, bro. I dropped, bro. This man over here trying. I don't know. Like if you go skating, bro, you know, bro. You gotta keep your balance, bro. This man won't gonna be pushing up on you, bro. Like a car tailgating, bro. He gonna be tailgating you, bro. And then he tried. Now I didn't fall the first time, but then the time I did fall, bro, there was a little kid right next to me, bro. And then this man wanna be trying to be a bulldozer, bro. So I had to try to bob and weave the other child's way, and then I fell, bro. Cause I'm protecting a little kid because of you.
Bro, let me tell you something about Dylan, bro. Prior to this event, bro, this man, bro, bluffing, talking about some, oh, I ain't trying to go to the skating rink, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm too good for that. I'm a prestigious man, bro. We get to the skating rink, bro. You want to fake put skates on because you see the shorties down there, bro. So cool, bro. You think you can skate, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? Had to prove him wrong, you feel me?
I can't skate.
Cannot skate. You failed.
I failed.
Multiple times.
Cause you pushed me.
Multiple times, bro.
What? Bro. It's like saying, oh, I can hoop. But the person defending you, bro, is really like throwing punches at you. How you supposed to hoop, bro? And someone's over here trying to stop you from hooping.
Bro, Dylan wanted to go bowling after you failed, bro. That's how it I'm being so serious.
Bowling?
Yes, bro.
All right, bro. Hey, ain't nothing to be said, bro. But I'm a decent skater, bro. You're a menace to society. I'm saying you was about to get kicked out for over here doing crazy things, stopping on the side, all that, trying to bring the food to the other side.
Too many rules in skating rink.
Okay.
You
You know what? Next time.
Next time you willing out skating rink, bro.
Next time, we're gonna go to the ice skating rink. We're gonna see how you act. Because I can ice skate. I can ice skate better. I think I can ice skate better than I can roller skate.
That's impossible.
I'm dead serious.
That is impossible.
It's not the same thing.
That is big bluff.
I'm dead serious.
You can't do 4 wheels. You're not hopping on blades. I promise you not, bro.
No, blades is better.
Blades is not
It's better.
Blades is not better.
It's harder to stop on blades, but blades is easier to kind of like maneuver, bro.
How is blades easier than
Because when you pick up, because like with the weight that you have on, bro, like you could pick up your feet and like the blade is already like
That's
in
why
the
you
ice.
skate like this.
I'm saying you don't have to. That's what I'm saying. Like the blade is like a knife in the ice, bro. So it's actually kind of creating its own path as it goes. So you kind of have more grip, bro. Willie.
Nah, actually, bro. Somebody actually
Bro, this man was doing whatever, bro. Backwards. Bro, this man said, "Oh!" Bro,
He just falls over like he slips to the side, bro. Slows over like
snap,
Just
bro.
aiming, bro.
Bro, I don't know for 40 minutes, cuz. No ambulance came for this man.
Bro, I don't think he was trying to pay. He probably don't got insurance. You know, America, bro. $1,000 for an ambulance, bro. But this was like, oh! But I was like, whoa, what's wrong with this man? We get it, but you failed, but don't jazz, bro. And he's like, down. Because I thought you remember that video when Cuz pretended to break the TV and then the dad was mad like, damn. So I thought the same thing. So I thought Cuz was joking, bro. And then he was like, and then I realized he was serious, and I was like, oh.
His leg is broken.
Like,
You gotta get
I turned a bit, bro, but then I realized that he was really hurt.
Mm.
And then the crazy thing is, bro, an hour after, bro, you were still there. And then what made it worse too is when I was trying to take my skates off, I was going to like the shoe return joint, bro. As soon as I got on the carpet, bro, I felt just the way he did, bro. Had a
flashback. Yo was about to end up like him.
I said, you, like, just the way he did. I was like, hey.
This is why I didn't come.
Can't be me.
This is why I wasn't there. This is why I ain't go. Oh my goodness, bro.
Next time we gonna go bowling for Dylan's sake, bro.
Bowling is cool, bro.
It's something safe, bro.
Nah, you could y'all like slide with those bowling shoes, bro. If you walk past the thing, you'll fall on your face.
Bounce. All right, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
What word up, though? Willie, bro, good with you, cuz.
Hey, I'm cool, bro. I'm
Stressed
cool.
out over there, bro.
Nah, I'm alright, bro. I'm living.
Somebody hindering you from your free will, cuz?
Nah, I'm alright. But you know, on that note, you know what I'm saying? Let's get straight to it. You know, I do want to. Alright, bro. Get off the mic, bro. Get off the mic, bro. If I could mute you, I would. I only have 3 over here. Yeah. But okay, can we get our first question? What was our first question again, bro? What is free will?
Hold on, bro. Hey, take the question off, bro.
What's going on with you? What's up?
Hold on, bro. You got this right, bro. What's up, you guys? If you're just now tuning in, welcome to Unfiltered. I'm saying, show part of Hear Me Out Network. This man need to do no housekeeping. This guy did no housekeeping.
I house kept y'all in the beginning.
Welcome to Unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? Day 2. We're excited. You know what I'm saying? We got. Put the camera on Vanessa, bro. We got Vanessa over here, bro.
We got clapped because she's finally in the building. You know what I'm saying? She's finally in the building. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, bro, she's nice, bro. Well, if you think she's
You
nice.
just gotta know her long enough to find out, bro. Start talking
got a lot to say,
nonsense.
so don't get misconstrued, all right? But you know what I'm saying? We got Rampage over here, bro. Shout out to Run Down Empire. You know, we got some viewers also. You know what I'm saying? But we here to talk about it, bro. Yeah, Willie, come on now. Get with the program.
I got you,
Push up
bro.
on that man, bro. I want to talk to you like that, man.
It's cool, bro. It's cool. I thought I house kept, but I guess we got a house keep twice. It's alright though.
Nah, bro. Like, it wasn't memorable. It wasn't
Alright,
memorable.
I got you.
know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Doing your thing, cuz. Don't listen to that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I got you, bro. I got you.
You are fire.
But yeah, Noah, let's get that first question, bro. Let's talk about it. What is free will? What is that? You hear it all the time, you know. Oh yeah, I can do what I want. Like, what is that? What does that even?
Free will.
Free will. What is a free will? What is that?
Free Willy.
We talking about football or like everyday life.
What?
It's a real question, bro.
Everyday life, bro. Somebody let me know. Or should I just start picking people? Go ahead.
You pick people.
All right, bro. Go ahead, Dylan. You got on the mic. Go ahead.
All right. Free will is the ability to choose. Free will is to be able to say yes or no, to make a decision in everything that probably want to mute one of these joints. Bit of an echo. Mute everybody else. Except yourself. But like, it's the ability to like choose. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You could choose to be good. You could choose to be bad. You could choose to do whatever you want. It's a freedom of choices. That's what free will is. Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Go ahead, Vanessa. You got it.
Yeah, just to add on, he's right. Free will is just the choice to do whatever you want to do, without anyone having to be.
You gotta put the camp. There you go, Dylan. Noah. Go ahead.
Free will is doing whatever you want to do without anyone having to be in control of you. So, yeah, just add on.
All right, and Ron, what about you, bro?
Free will.
Yes, free will.
Alright, bro, I'm gonna give y'all two definitions.
Okay.
Alright. In the grand scheme of things, free will is, like my man said, your ability to make decisions, you feel me? Whether you feel boxed in or not, you still have the option to say yes or no to anything, you feel me? Whether I have a gun to your head or not, bro. Choose to get your brain blown out, bro. Or like just say yes to whatever I gotta ask you to do, you feel me, bro? This is your God-given right. On the flip side, technically, bro, we talking about football, a free will, bro. You know what I'm saying? Opposite of the Sam, bro. The weak side linebacker, bro.
Okay, then.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So yeah, though, bro.
All right, bro.
Not like a safety, that's
Bruh.
a safety. You know what I'm saying,
This
bro?
guy's
But he's a will, though.
he's been spending a little too much time in Youngstown, bro. But let me ask her.
Get your brains blown out? This man said you can get your brains blown out.
It's,
See, bro, now he gotta, like, put it on
Like, why you gotta make
why you gotta put it under the microscope, though, fool?
Nah, bro,
said that,
it was
bro.
just so graphic, bro.
Alright, bro.
sorry, bro.
Hey, don't flag us, bro.
Question. So let's take, for example, this one's not up here, so you don't gotta worry about that, Noah. But let's ask a follow-up question. Let's take, for example, a mentally disabled child, right? And so now their ability to decide is hindered. Do they have free will then?
Why would you ask a question like this, bro?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Noah. You got it.
They do. Because regardless of your situation, as long as you can make the decision yourself, it's free will. If I had lost an arm, I can choose to pick up the cup with my lost arm and like struggle with it, put that thing in the hole just like that. It's like,
What? Oh, you're terrible, bro. You're terrible. We're talking about not letting us get flagged. You're gonna get us flagged, bro. Disrespecting
How-
disabled people. Are you serious?
Bruh.
nah, that's not even something that'll get us flagged. It's just,
Weren't we just talking about SJWs, bro? You're gonna be on.
What did I
you're
say
gonna-
wrong? What did I say wrong? I just did an example. He lost an arm. He can choose to pick it up with his lost arm or his arm. Who did I offend? If I offended you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's serious. I'm sorry. But still, you have it's yes and no because you're able to make a choice within the lanes that you're given, within the restrictions that you're given. But because of the fact that you're restricted, you could argue that it's not free will. But I feel like in the end, I'm leaning more towards the yes side because you're still making your own decisions. You're still choosing A or B, even though you have C, D, E, F, G. So yes and no, if that makes sense.
Hey,
Alright, I feel you, bro.
put that on me, bro.
Go ahead, Dylan.
Because the ability to not choose is still a decision. So the lack of choices does not change that you don't have any free will. Like, like you could be locked up. You could be locked up, solitary confinement. You still have choices. You have full control of what you can do. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're like disabled or in some type of like wild circumstance, or I'm saying, even though you have uh, a small set of choices, they're still your choices. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. It's like your example of a prison doesn't really work in this context. Like, for example, let's talk about. I'm gonna take the race standpoint of this. Let's talk about black people.
oh, this guy,
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
have to.
Here we
So,
go.
all right.
Civil
So,
rights
Prince of
activist.
Pan Africanism.
Go ahead, bro.
so you got white. I'm gonna use Southeast DC schools as an
Alright, bro.
example.
Hey, yo, cuz. What's wrong with you, bro?
I used to go there, so I know some stuff.
We have a
So-
Southeast native in here too, bro. Oh my goodness.
So,
And representing.
we got those schools who, for example, then I transferred to Sherwood. Y'all know Sherwood. If y'all don't know Sherwood, it is a PWI in every way, shape, and form. But the college day at Sherwood had a whole bunch of colleges coming to it, like constantly. You get Salisbury, you get George Mason, you'll get Howard, Towson, all those schools, all those big schools around it. But my friends that were out in DC, they didn't get that. What they got were police officers pulling up and saying, "Yo, don't do this, don't do that." And like, they didn't really, and like we all know the discrepancy in like textbooks in schools for like the minority. So like, I got the textbook, the ninth edition. They're still running off the fourth edition. So like, they're not given the opportunity to make the better choices. They're given these small things. So you can't say that a person who is shackled is free. You got a ball and chain stopping you from running. So are you really free?
I would say yeah. The thing is about free will is that like you still have free will. The question is to what extent are you willing to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they may not have those textbooks presently right in front of them, but it does not change that you have the ability to access them. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be given to them. I said given to them, but they could still go out and get the textbook. It's just the question is, how much are they willing to give up? Are they willing to put the work in and get textbooks themselves? Are they willing to I don't know, do some form of protesting and changing the system, some type of fundraising? But it's a question about how far are you willing to go? Because that textbook still exists, and if they really want it enough, they can get it.
So let me ask this one too. Let me interject here. I'm gonna give this one to Vanessa. What's it called?
Done.
So if we say that free will can be based off of decisions, would the lack of decisions erase free will? So if you are in a school, let's use the Southeast example. You're in a school that doesn't have
School rules.
but yeah, let's use that for example. You're in a situation where you don't have the same type of access to something. So you can't choose that out of your own free will because it's not there for you to choose. Does that erase the fact that you have free will?
No, limitation still comes with free will. Yeah, there's free will and limitation. Although you're limited to an access, there is still free will in what you want to do. Like Dylan said, through the access of books, what do you do to gain that? You know, with your free will, you can do whatever you want. No one's holding you. There's still, although you're restricted, it's still free will. You can choose not to be restricted. You can protest. You can do whatever you want with that free will. So free will, I guess even if there's a law or a rule behind it, you're still on your own. You're not under anyone. Well, I mean, as Christians, we're under God. But just speaking in like a worldly aspect, you're not under anyone. So you can choose to do whatever you want. Whether you're in jail, when you're out of it, what do you do? Like, people still have these choices. So there's free will in limitation. Yeah.
All right, Ron, what about you, bro? What? What's the question? Okay. So basically, I'm saying that if we talk about free will, right? You know what I'm saying, and I'd say this might go into that next question too about situations. But if we talk about free will and how free will is basically your ability to choose whatever, or your ability to not choose, your ability to say neither, to say I don't want to go either way, right?
Yes, sir.
My fault. But yeah, so if we say that, what if you're in a situation where you don't have the ability to choose one way or the other necessarily? So like I was saying with the books type of situation, where it's like maybe some students, they won't have access to certain types of books, so now they can't pick that. Does that erase their free will because they don't have the ability to choose that?
No, sir.
Could you explain what you mean by that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Now though, this is your God-given right. You feel me?
Mm.
Now, obviously, if you brain dead or a vegetable, you know what I'm saying, bro? Somebody smacked the mess out of you and your brain died, fool. Obviously, you can't. You feel me, bro? You can't do nothing about that, bro. But say you got autism or something, bro. I've seen some autistic people really make it out here. You know what I'm saying? I think there's some rich autistic people, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
Possibly. Yeah.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates autistic, bro.
He is.
That's amazing.
No,
Go ahead, bro.
Elon Musk definitely on that spectrum, though, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, bro.
You know
Yeah,
what
go
I'm saying?
ahead.
But like, bro, they make it out here though, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you do see, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's different levels to it, bro. And sometimes it's just the cause of the parents pampering them too much because they think they're spread, they can't do nothing. You feel me, bro? But everybody has free will though, regardless, bro. Whether your deck has what, 3 cards, 4 cards, or 50 cards, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Everybody has free will.
Okay, yeah, and I can.
He is autistic.
Bill Gates or Elon Musk?
Bill Gates.
What about
Not,
Because I actually need to know now. What about Elon Musk? Is Elon Musk?
no, Elon Musk is straight.
The lack
He
of
just
eye contact, poor social skills, monotonous voice, loss of memories.
Is that Bill Gates or Elon?
Bill Gates.
What's up with Elon, bro?
ain't nothing wrong with ain't nothing wrong with him. Bro. He's just weird.
He really is a weirdo.
He's just weird, and his wife is even weirder.
He opened up about it, but he's not. All right, bro. Well, hey, good for you, Elon. I hope wherever you hear this, I don't know, send us some money, donation, something like that.
Power to you.
But yeah, I do wanna. I wanna agree with what Rome was saying.
he does.
You know. Are you serious?
Yeah, what?
He's bad too.
Let me see. No, let me see.
Elon Musk reveals he has a form of autism.
What?
No way.
Show it to the camera.
What is Asperger's syndrome? Elon Musk reveals he has a form of autism.
And that boy's struggling.
That's why.
Gotcha.
Oh.
The focus is on lock. So,
It's alright, bro.
hey, Google is your friend.
Well, remember, you can't necessarily believe everything you see on the internet. Do your background checks and stuff. I don't want to get flagged for disrespecting Elon Musk. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all share the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, we gotta get this out because you guys can't be the only ones in here, bro. Like, why are you being selfish? I mean, no disrespect. It's just, you know, you're not the only. This is not a closed invitation. You don't got an RSVP or nothing. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and you know we do call-ins up.
Dang. But why you muted me?
All
All right. We're doing call-ins also at every show. So if you have any comment, questions, anything you want to say, feel free to join after.
All right, bro.
This guy. Go ahead, bro. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do want to agree with Roman and we're saying about how, like, free will, that's God. God is the one who he gave that to us. He gave us free will. So that means that whether you have, what's it called? There's free will, and then there's the ability to act on it. But the inability to act on free will does not change that you have it. It's like a child being in air, right? Think about it. It's not because you don't have access to the riches of your dad that you're not an heir, or the riches of your mother, whoever it is, that you're not an heir. You're still a prince, even if your dad never told you, or even if you got, like, kidnapped or whatever. A prince is still a prince, whether they know it or not, A king is still a king whether he knows it or not. A rich man is still a rich man whether he has it in the bank or it's hidden in a cellar somewhere and he just doesn't know where to find it. So it's the same thing with free will. We have the ability. We have that. It's given to us. But do you have the freedom to exercise that? Can I go and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and this because I want to do it, and blah blah blah. Because a lot of people they'll disagree and they'll say, but Willie, how can you talk about free will? Free will, that doesn't exist. Why? Because people's circumstances make them. People's situations is what make them. So then that's what I have to ask. What y'all think about that? Would you say that because somebody is born in a certain situation, that's why they make their decisions, and does that eradicate free will? Is that go ahead, Ron?
Bro, no, bro. That doesn't make sense at all, bro. Because everybody's born in the same earth, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? In roughly the same society, bro. Around the same people for real, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? We think alike, bro. We have the same blood, bro. The same heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? The same brain, bro.
But what about poor and rich?
And Pete, for those, you know what I'm saying, who are Christians, bro, and even to the atheists, bro, we believe in the same God, bro. Well, we know, bro, there's one God, literally, bro. One true living God, bro. Regardless if you acknowledge you believe in him or not, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's one God, bro. You feel me, bro? So no matter what situation or circumstance you're in, bro, our God doesn't change, bro. He's still willing to bless you, bro, if you accept him and acknowledge who he is, bro. You feel me, bro? Psalms 91 tells you that. You feel me? So, bro, free will is still there, bro. He's giving you the free will to choose him in the midst of your circumstances. You feel me? So your situation doesn't make you, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Could have said the same situation for Saul that turned into Paul, bro. He was murdering Christians, bro. Saul should have been a murderer for the rest of his life, bro. According to human thinking, according to human logic, according to the fact that because he was a murderer, bro, he should stay that way. No, bro. God changed his life, bro. He submitted to God, bro, and what? He wrote 2/3 of the New Testament, bro.
Say that.
Come on, bro. God can do all things, bro. He defies logic, bro. He gives you free will, bro, so he can add blessings to you, bro. Adam and Eve, bro, in the garden, bro. All the fruits, all the trees to pick from, bro, but one, bro. You feel me, bro? All of those blessings, bro, but one. Now, obviously, they messed it up, bro, because they had free will. You feel me? They had the option to not choose God, bro, just like they had the option to choose God. Exactly, bro. You feel me, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? There's blessings there, bro. You feel me? You just got to tap into it, bro. So,
Okay. I like that. Somebody else, what y'all think, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Psychologically speaking, our circumstances and our environment makes us who we are, because based off of the conditioning you go through, you have your I'm forgetting the different types of conditioning, but based in the house that you lived in, it'll affect you in two different ways. Let's say I quote unquote lived in a abusive household. Either I will grow up to be an abusive person because that's how I was raised, that's all I know, or I will grow up to be the complete opposite of being an abusive person because of the fact that that's what I grew up and I knew it was wrong. Your environment, the people if I were to hang out with straight thieves, I'm gonna become a thief too. There's a high chance I'm gonna become a thief. Why? Because psychologically speaking, we are all sponges. We take in what we know from our surroundings. So when regarding to the topic of free will, if you see everybody around you is shackled and nobody makes it past being, let's say, a janitor or making $14 an hour, there is a high chance that at the same time you will grow up to have that same salary and never reach that point. Or you may be an odd egg and you will say that that's wrong. You want to be different. You'll be the guy that quote unquote gets out of the hood. But like you got to realize that 90% of us don't get out of the hood. Maybe that guy remaining like 10% might get out. And that 10% that does get out, like about 3% are actually going to make it far. So you're restricted by who you're allowed. You're restricted by the opportunities because we're kids right now. Who here can, before you could drive, who here could get up and say, I'm going to Rio, which is like 40 minutes away? You got to take the bus to do that. Ain't nobody going to take the bus because we're broke. We got to pay for that. Like $2. Ask Dylan. I have to pay for that man's food. I'm just playing. But
This man playing with you, bro.
Hey, for real? That's crazy. Nah, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? We have influences, right? But as you said, if you're growing up in an abusive home, you have the choice to either become abusive and you submit to whatever influence you have, or you see that abuse and then it inspires you to do better. it implies that like literally like it doesn't matter what social. Am I echoing? All right.
You cool.
All right. No matter what social economic status you're in, no matter what socioeconomic status you're in, you always have bad influences because this world is, I'm saying, Satan is ruling over this world. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're raised up in a great household, you're still going to school and they're still teaching you about the elemental P's. Like it doesn't matter where you are, you have bad influences every single day. Your social media, you have bad influences. I mean, it's up to you to either submit to those influences or use those influences as a motivation for you to switch it up. But to be able to say that like people in the hood, like only 10% of them go out. Like if we're gonna be real, everything is about choices. They have heavy influence, but at the end of the day, it's about are you willing to pay the price? And that's the thing. Most people don't want to pay the price. They're not willing because the price may be too high for them. They're not willing to pay the price. If you wanna stop sinning, you have to actually try and remove yourself from them situations. You can't be like, I want to stop smoking, and then all your friends and everyone around you is smoking. You're in a room in a car or passing a jet. You think you're gonna be like, nah, I'm good every time? No, you gotta remove yourself from that situation.
If you hotbox, you're gonna get high anyway.
That's true.
You tell him.
If you do hotbox, but like, you literally have to remove yourself from this situation. Most people are not willing to pay the price. Speaking of the hood, most people are not willing to go dead broke just for the sake of living a fruitful life. You know what I'm saying? Like look what John the Baptist did. You know what I'm saying? Most people are not willing to do that. If you want something, you gotta be willing to do the other. So that's the thing about free will. We all have choices. We just don't want to pay the price. That's the real thing. Like if you're gonna be real, that's the truth. Like you could choose to not go to school, you could choose to not go to church, you could choose to not do whatever. You could choose to be a bum, you're gonna be a bum. You could choose to be great, you're gonna have to put work.
But like, the fact that you have to pay, quote unquote, pay for it. Like, we got to take the bus to go to Rio, and that's like $10 because Maryland is insane with these bus fares. You got to pay like $10 to get there. So like, yeah, the fact that that has to happen. Do you really have free will? Because if you want to do something, but you're shackled and you got to fight for it, do you really think you have free will? I believe that everything should be given equally to everybody for everybody to truly have free will. Because me as a black male in the U.S., everybody knows I'm racist, so I'm automatically shackled. I don't have access to specifically things. Came out the womb a black male, and all I had was black male waiting for me. And so, because of that, do we really have free will? Because white boy came out the womb and he had a silver spoon waiting for him, and a community that was ready to accept him and help him become better. So like you gotta ask yourself, do you really have free will like that? Is that true free will? Because you're restricted. You're only given opposite sides of the spectrum. There's no in the middle. There's no I'm gonna become a father that can communicate with my kids but also lay down the iron hand. It's just iron hand or straight, I'm gonna put you in timeout, or just taking it like a little boy. If that makes sense.
I mean, like, I get what you're saying, but it does not change anything by free will because at the end of the day, good or bad, everyone is still paying the price. You saying that like for you to pay the bus to go to Rio and so, like whether you can afford it or not, like you could choose to, you know what I'm saying, illegally hop on that bus and you're gonna pay the consequence of whatever fine or whatever happens to you. But just as much as the people who could afford to go there, they're still paying the price in another way. You did good or bad, like even if you don't choose, you still face the consequences of not choosing. So regardless of what situation, that's what I'm saying, like good or bad, there's a price you have to pay. So even if you are in a disadvantageous situation, you still could like advantages or not, you still have the freedom. That's all it is. Paying the price does not negate your freedom to do whatever. Because we, like in this area, we're doing that creating our own rules. So you can either follow said rule or ignore said rule. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, even if you follow the rule, you still gotta pay for that fare. How you pay for that fare? The consequence of paying that fare, you gotta get up and go to work. Most people don't want to go to work, but you understand that if you want to do what you want to do, you have to go to work. It applies even if it's legally like rightfully acquired or not. There's still always a price. But
go ahead, Vanessa. She got it. Vanessa.
That's exactly what Bishop was talking about, because it all comes down to taking that first step. You know, we always look at, oh God, you know, I need you to bless me and this and that. No, it's like we pray the prayer, God, I need a new job, and then you wait for a holy sound. Oh, I'm gonna give you a new job. I'm like, no, go on some job website and start looking for new jobs.
Say
you know?
that.
And so that's the same thing with our restrictions. It's like with the things you're doing. Oh, you can only do this, and you can only do that, and do that. So like, go through that step before you can get to where you ought to be. Because if you want to get out of those restrictions, you have to do what you have to do to get out of those restrictions, you know. So even though you're limited to all of those things, you still have the free will to do what you want to do. And I think this is where people get messed up with God's will, because people have the freedom. Like Rome said, we're born the same way, same blood, whatever. But what are you going to do about your circumstance? Because for how long is God going to, oh, I'm going to bless you with a house and this and that. Like, we're always waiting for God, but what are we doing? Like, what are we going to, you know, when are we going to take that first step first? You know?
I like that.
And so,
you know, we have to realize something. You know what I'm saying? Situation and free will do not necessarily have anything to do with each other. You understand what I'm saying? They don't necessarily have anything. It's not because there's no equality that we don't have free will. It's like I said before, free will is a gift that's divine. It's a gift that we were given. So what does that mean? That means that if all of us, what do we have? We have the ability. Free will is, like we already defined, is simply the ability to choose. Does that mean that you can't choose when you're broke or when you're rich? No, broke, rich, you can choose. Black, white, you can choose. Pink, brown, whatever you want to, you can choose. Whatever your situation is, or whoever you are, wherever you're coming from, you can choose. So it's not because, oh, maybe so. Now, here's where people get mixed up, is that they think there's no free will because not everybody has the same kinds of choices, if that makes sense. But that's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? It's not because, okay, maybe Vanessa gets to pick between cookies and brownies, and Willie gets to pick between pizza and hamburgers. And so that means that Willie doesn't have free will because he doesn't get to pick cookies and brownies. No! It's just Vanessa walked into a bakery. You see what I'm saying? Like, you walk, like, that's what I'm saying. If you walk in a bakery, and I walk in a fast food, in a fast food restaurant, or a mall, a food court. And so I go to a part of a food court that has the pizza and the hamburgers. It's got the Domino's and the McDonald's. And you go to the part that has, I don't even know who sells cookies and brownies, bro. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm saying, Papa John's sells. Well, that's pizza. Okay, but that's pizza. That's pizza. I'm already on the pizza thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, it's my choice. That's literally it. My choice. And it's like you were saying, it's what you do with your circumstance. Because imagine you wake up and you're around pizza, but you see somebody outside with cookies. Who cares if you were born around pizza? Who cares if everybody around you is? It's like Dylan was saying. If you really care that much, leave the pizza shop, walk to your nearest bakery or whatever, and get that cookie that you want. Will it be maybe harder for you? Yeah. But struggle does not get rid of free will. You see what I'm saying? If we want to start arguing equality, maybe then the point about circumstances will matter. Because when that's the case, then it's like, okay, Vanessa was born in this situation and she had X, Y, and Z, and so she's more privileged or equal or whatever than me. You know what I'm saying? What? What's going on?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right. So like, so maybe this is the situation that she's in, and blah blah blah.
Hold up, let me bounce off this joint.
Hey, is a slave free?
I'm
I like that one. Yeah, you got it wrong.
I'm about to knock this down real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm about to run down. All right. Earlier, when Noah and Dylan were having their little back and forth, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I was arguing freedom. You feel me? Now we want to go to the actual of what is or what ain't.
Yes.
We going to free will. Free will is a spiritual thing. Let's understand why. We going back to the garden now, when man was first created. Man was serving God by his spirit, by the spirit of God. You know what I'm saying, bro? And once a man sinned, once they failed, bro, that spirit left, bro. Obviously, it's gone, right?
Yep.
Now, the free will is a spiritual thing, bro. Again, it's a divine gift, like you said, right? So it's not about it's not about freedom of bro, pay your bus fare, nothing like that. No, bro, it's about you acknowledging who God is and stepping out on faith, bro. Refusing to work by the wisdom of this world and work towards the wisdom of God. You feel me? So that's the whole thing with free will. You feel me, bro? Defying logic with faith. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledging who God is, bro. So the whole bus analogy being $10, bro, just threw it out the window, bro. And if you want to be for real. Because understand, bro, it's in a human's nature anyway to try to find a solution to problems, bro. You feel me? When Adam and Eve fell, what did they try to do? They try to hide, bro. They try to find a solution to it. They didn't just sit there. They didn't get a blunt, bro, and roll up and say, bro, God ain't messing with me now, bro. I can't, bro. I'm Mr. Lonely Child now, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? They got the little fig leaves and they hid, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, Adam, where are you? You feel me, bro?
Yeah.
Today, bro, they push the whole fact, it's okay to be stressed out. It's okay to be depressed. Let's talk about it, bro. They give them all these little pacifiers, bro. You're taking away our God-given nature, bro, to find a solution to problems. You feel me, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? It has nothing to do with, bro, who you surround yourself with. Okay, bro, people are born in certain predicaments and circumstances. That's understood, bro. But it's not typical for your normal human being, bro, to sit there and say, bro, I want to stay in my predicament, bro. They always want to find a way out. Whether it's biblical or not, bro, you feel me, bro? They always want to find a way out. But we were talking about free will, bro. That is a spiritual thing, bro. That is you stepping out on faith, bro. That's all that is.
No, and that's good. And I do wanna touch on that slavery point too. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, because if the question is a slave free, that's all about the slave and what the slave wants to talk about or whatever. Because in the context, if you call them a slave, then sure, they're not free, right? But what does the Bible also tell us? The Bible tells us that we're slaves to sin. And yet people still decide what they're going to do and where. Does that get it? So is free will suddenly gone because me as a person who's not saved, I'm saved, but like it's like before you were saved, right? As a person who's unsaved, you're a slave to sin. You're in bondage to sin, as in you want to keep sinning, right? Does that mean you don't have a choice? No, you still do. The choice is still there. Even if you're in bondage to the thing, your choice is still there. If you still decide to you can live like you're in bondage to something. It's the same thing. It's like when a Christian gets saved and they backslide, deciding to live as though they weren't saved. That's you know what I'm saying? Yeah, give it somebody else.
Oh, and since we're on the slavery thing, we could go back to like the black activists. Cause look at Rosa Parks. I mean, she was restricted. Black people back of the bus, white people front of the bus, and so Rosa Parks got into the bus. She could have went to the back of the seat, but no, she sat in the seat where she wasn't supposed to. So she was restricted, but it's what she did about it. And what she did about it is what allowed the rest of black people to be free. What MLK did about the whole slavery thing and black people not being equal is where we are today. So even with their restrictions, because of them breaking those restrictions, because of their free will, is where we are today. So.
Turn that back on me real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to run down real quick, bro. A little slight joint. Put that camera on me real quick, cuz. Appreciate you. I'm looking fine, don't I? All right, let's go.
Go ahead, bro.
What?
Hey, we back on topic.
Let's speed past that.
We back on topic, bro. But the whole regarding the slave thing, though, bro. Again, it goes back to it being a spiritual thing, because what did the word of God say in Ephesians 6:5, bro? Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear and with sincerity of heart, just as you obey Christ. You feel me, bro? So now, bro, it's a heart thing, bro. Judging the heart, bro. Your spirit, your soul, your mind, bro. You feel me, cuz? So whether a slave is free or not has nothing to do with his earthly bondage, bro. but it's mental bondage. You feel me, bro?
Spiritual
That's
bondage.
all it is, bro. You feel
Nah,
me, bro?
that's real. That's real. That's
You
something
can't-
that I heard too.
You can't argue about a spiritual matter with physical things, bro. You feel me, fool?
I feel
That's
you.
all it is,
No, I
bro.
heard that too. Is that a slave is never free. You can take the chains off of a slave, and they can be physically quote unquote free. But until they're free up here, until they've already decided up here and in here that I'm no longer a slave, they're gonna be a slave. It's the same thing with the Christian. You can do all the rah-rah and say, yes, Lord, thank you, Jesus, and you speak all the tongues and you do everything you do. You do the Holy Ghost hippity hopper, whatever you want to do. But if you still decide to live in sin, you still decide to live like you're in bondage to this thing that you've been told countless times that you've already been broken from. You're no longer a slave to sin, right? That we're free now. And yet, Paul still calls himself a slave of Christ. So does that mean that there can be no freedom inside of slavery? This is the point. That we try to argue what you can see. This is why you don't go by what you see, but what you hear. By hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. Because if you tell somebody they're a slave enough, it doesn't matter if they don't have chains on them. It doesn't matter if they're the richest person in the world. If they start to take that in and they believe it, then that's what they allow themselves to become. You trying to say something?
Yeah.
You know, it's just once you submit yourself to God and Jesus, bro, it is literally up to you on how you operate in this world. Like that slavery, like these worldly titles do not matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're a slave, bro, you know what I'm saying? You can run away. Like honestly, like literally, you have examples all over the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People like most stories in the Bible, bro. Most people didn't want to do it. It's scary. Like let's not pretend like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. If you want to do this Christian thing, bro, you think it's sweet? You even being under Christ, you gotta pay the price. It's not sweet. Temptations, just the enemy always trying to tempt you, or trying to offset you, trying to make you backslide and everything. But like, it's not sweet. So that's what I'm saying. Like, whether like yeah, you could be a literal slave of this earth. You know what I'm saying? And it applies to every circumstance. When it comes to God, but it's black and white. It's applicable to every single thing that you do. I don't like when people be like, oh, and sometimes religions don't always apply to stuff in this. No, it always applies. Prove me wrong, please. I'm asking you. Prove me wrong. If you are a slave, yeah, no one's stopping you from running away. Technically. I'm saying you got the chains on, but your feet still free.
They move.
You can run away.
Yeah.
You can pay the price. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But at the end of the day, though, even people today are still in bondage mentally, as Willie said.
Mentally.
You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the people in the trenches, they're slaves to their environment because they're submitted to their environment. When we talk about depression, I've said depression is not real. Not because it's literally not real. It's because our understanding of it is misinformed. When you claim to have depression, but you became a slave to sadness. That's what depression is. It's saying, you know what? I ain't gonna try to fight no more. You know what? You got it. You know what? In the spirit of sadness,
Take over.
you got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take it away, bro. I ain't gonna try to fight you. That's what depression is. That's why you ask for peace, because whether you're sad or not, you're still gonna keep doing what you're gonna do. But when we keep talking about all these, when we try to make all these excuses for free will, but Peters, if we didn't have free will, we won't be able to love God. You see, if we didn't have free will, we won't have the ability to reject God. If we have free will, people will not be going to heaven or hell every day. We have the choices to not choose. You always talk about what can you do, what can't you. You have the ability to not choose God also. But we reject him every time. If God didn't give us free, because people talk about the omnipresent stuff and blah, 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 blah stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's there. He's not like everything that you do. You have influences. God put people around you to try to bring conviction. But God is a gentleman. If you know God, you know his nature. He's a gentleman. He's not gonna make you do something that you don't want to do. So it's up to you. Bishop today, he talked about Lazarus. When Jesus went to raise Lazarus, after him being dead for 4 days. And I never thought about it like that. He said that Jesus just had the power to remove the stone, just with his words. But you see, is that God didn't give us muscles. He didn't give us our body. He didn't give us our intellect for no reason to just be there and to just be a baby, to just keep getting fed or just coddled. We have different responsibilities. We have judges. We have laborers. We have all kinds of responsibilities. And he didn't give us an intellect, free will, and all this stuff to be able to just be almost useless in a sense. You know what I'm saying? To be so dependent. You know what I'm saying? Every decision we make is on our own. So what Jesus did is that he didn't need God to move that stone. Because we have the ability to do stuff ourselves. That's what free will means. That means if we have the ability to move that stone, we have the ability to choose God. We have the ability to not choose God too. It's not changed that God is not there. Because he raised that when it was come to, he let God do what God do, and he let man do what man can do. You see? So when we talk about like when it applies to the world, because again I said everything in the Bible applies to the world. Stop focusing on what you can't do. Stop focusing on your inabilities. All your inabilities, bro. Put that to God. Give that to God. But when you try to blame God for everything that you can change yourself, you have a problem with being on social media too much. Delete IG. You can do it yourselves. No one's stopping you. Saying. And then over time, God will work with you when you're in His presence, and when you continue to communicate with God, He's gonna kind of work on your character a little bit. But you gotta remove that IG from you first. That's the first step. Even in the AA, those people who be doing, even the people who be doing what's it called, them addiction stuff. You know what I'm saying they have to remove the substance from their lives first, and they have to also confess and admit that I am an addict. You have to say that. Hey guys, my name is Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
And I'm an addict. But you have to acknowledge. You have to be able to do what you can do first. That's why we have free will, because we have literally faith without work is dead. That means where does work come from? You have to have the will to work.
Nah, that's tough. That's tough. I'm saying, and I do want to touch on what's it called? One thing that Dylan mentioned about God's omniscience.
Omnipresence.
Oh no, you said omnipresence, but it's his omniscience actually. You know what I'm saying, and about how God, not only is he everywhere and he's all powerful, but he's all knowing. That's what omniscient means. He's all knowing. And so one question that usually comes up is like, well, if God is all knowing, if God knows all this stuff, then what? I can't hear myself. Did I just get muted?
Go ahead.
Y'all can hear me? Oh, okay. I should be okay. But yeah, one of the questions that come up is that if God is all knowing, he knows all the decisions and the blah blah blah, then do we really have free will? Is it even possible for human beings to have free will if God already knows? Well, if God already knows Willie's gonna turn left, did Willie really turn left on his own? Are you sure it wasn't just a product of what God already had in his head? Whereas like he already saw Willie moving left, so before Willie even got there, he already knew he was gonna move left. How does that work? When you let me know, how does that supposed to work?
Hey, nope. Hey, pass it. Hey, no, you still want to go, bro? Before I answer or whatever, or you good?
Nah, you good. But since you said I can go, I'm gonna go ahead and answer this. Thank you for that chivalry on that.
Let's speak up a little.
Thank you for the chivalry. So I'm gonna go. It comes down to the thing of I heard this saying. It was God. We are living in a fishbowl, and God is outside of the fishbowl. So with that, I'm a psychology major, so I'm gonna be referring a lot to my degree and all. So there was this study. It had a rat, well, a mouse, and it had this blue lever that would give it food, and then it had this red lever that would send a shock to their head that would essentially give them the stimulus that they just nutted. Like that's and so it took the mouse found out
And
which
so, wait,
left did.
bro, slow down, bro. Where did that come from?
So the mouse found out what each lever did, and the scientist that gave the mouse the thing, he essentially said he hypothesized. He was like, "Yo, that mouse is gonna continuously hit the red lever because of the fact that it's gonna it's just wants the stimulus." So after like a day, it continuously hit the red lever, and then the scientist went ahead and he tested it out, and he said he took out the blue lever just to see what the mouse would do. And the mouse never even realized that the blue lever stopped working. At that point, the scientist knew that the only thing he could do was hit the red lever. It was literally written in stone at that point that the blue lever is gone, so he can't hit it. So he can only go to the red one. But the mouse continuously made the decision to go and hit the red lever to, you know, get one off right quick. And so we do have free choice. We can make the decisions we want to make, even if God knows what we're going to make. Because essentially, if I know the future, I know that you're going to do this. Does that mean that you lost your privileges for free will just because I know what you're going to do? Regardless of what I know, if I know what you're going to do or not, you're still going to make the same decision. At the end of the day, you're still going to Willie's still going to turn left. It's just that God knows that you're going to turn left. So, yeah, we still got free will, regardless of if God knows it or not. He has a plan for us, and in that plan, we're going to do what we believe that we should do, and so we have free will. So, yeah, that's my gist.
I appreciate you. Go ahead, Vanessa.
Yeah, just add on to what Noah just yeah, just add on to what Noah said. Yeah, we have a choice. And what? Oh, and see, my brain just like, see, I
Yeah,
had
we have the
thoughts.
choice.
Oh,
We have the choice. Go ahead.
okay. So, yeah, God is all knowing. But okay, so yeah, God is all knowing, and He just watches our life, and so, He knows what we're gonna do, but He knows our choices, and He's there to tell you, like what Dylan said. Dylan said that God is there, whether you believe Him or not. He's there. He watches you. So He knows all of the things you're gonna do. He knows your life. All you have to do is, if you listen to Him, He could direct you into the right step. It does not mean He's controlling you. He just knows what you're gonna do. So, and as believers, it's good that He knows what we're gonna do, because then He could guide us. If He knows we're going left, He's gonna push us. Hey, go right, because there's something there left that's gonna stop you and hinder you from seeing me going right. So, God is supposed to know. That's how He watches us. That's how He keeps us. So, yeah.
Me that one too. Like, the thing is, I don't like when people try to force their perspectives on God. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't like when people like force their perspective on God. Like, people try to see things from God's like point of view, whatever, like that. God is not in this world. You know what I'm saying? He gives us influences and he gives us the possibility of choices or whatever like that. But he does not, just because he's you we literally cannot explain it, because it's almost like, I don't know if you kind of like heard of like the fourth dimension or whatever, like kind of stuff like that. But he's everywhere. He's omnipresent. You know what I'm saying? There. Oh, bro, you go back up. But like regardless of how you view it, I'm just explaining to you guys how I see it as. You know what I'm saying? He's in the past, he's in the future, he's in the present, he's omnipresent. But like when we y'all keep distracting me, man. But like when we talk about like God and free will like that, like whether he's there, his knowledge, whatever like that, my choice is mine. My arm never just randomly moved because you know what I'm saying? Like I like you never see me just raise my arm and do something like crazy out of my control. You know what I'm saying? He knows what we're gonna do, but he never influences us to do it because we are who we are. Period.
Want to holler at y'all real quick? Can you please repeat the question real quick?
All right, bro. So basically, the question is about So the premise is that God is omniscient. You know what I'm saying? That's one of his attributes. Where omniscient meaning he knows everything. Right? He knows all. Right? So the running argument is that, well, how is it possible that we have free will if God already knows what we're gonna do? So aren't all of our decisions and our choices and everything we do just a product of what God has already determined in his mind that we're gonna do? Is that even how that's gonna work?
Okay, I'm about to break down the actual factual of what is and what ain't right now, bro. You feel me? I'm not on mute, right?
Nah, you straight.
All right, cool. All right, we have something called the Word of God, right? You know what I'm saying, bro? The final word. You know what I'm saying? This is a prophetic, divine book, bro. You feel me? Things in the past, present, and future. You get what I'm saying, bro? Yes, he knows all, bro. Many are called, few are chosen, bro. It's up to the person to decide what side they want to be on. Yes, he knows all, but yeah, he's all knowing, but not all experiential, bro. Again, we go back to what Tony Evans said on the sermon of faith with Abraham, right? Bro, God already knew Abraham was a faithful man. He didn't, bro. Abraham believed in God for him to give him a son in the first place. It's an act of faith right there, bro. When the angel came to Sarah, bro. You feel me, bro? Then he asked him, bro, now sacrifice your son, bro. Then after they said, now I know. Matter of fact check me too. Fact check me as I'm saying it, bro. Said, now I know that you're faithful. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
You feel me, bro?
Yep.
He already knew he was faithful, bro. You feel me? He's all knowing, yes, bro, but he's not all experiential, bro. The same way, bro. Yes, he can see what your path is, bro. Say, Willie, bro. Today you decide you want to go be a drug dealer today, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I could literally tell you, bro, you probably gonna end up in the grave or like, you know what I'm saying, bro, in jail, bro. But everybody should know that. That should be common sense.
Go ahead.
That should be common sense. You know what I'm saying, bro? So that's basically what it is, bro. When you choose something opposite aside from God, unrighteous, bro, he can obviously predict what's going to happen to you. He's all knowing, bro. At the same time, though, this is why it's called a walk of faith, bro. Why are you being built, Slim? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's built the same, bro. You feel me, bro? He's not all experiential, bro. You feel me, bro? That's why he asks you to do certain things, bro. That's why there's things called testimonies, bro. You feel me, bro? Because if he, bro, yeah, obviously he knows everything that you're going to do, bro. But he wants to know that you love him, bro. You feel me, bro? He wants to know that you're going to act according to his will on your own accord, bro. Not because somebody's forcing you to do it, bro. Let me think of another example, bro. Dang, bro. Somebody has to come to me, bro. Moses, bro. Okay, we can argue the fact that Moses, he knew Moses was going to lead the people out of Egypt, bro. Cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just could have set it up. About boom, bam, bro. Why do you need to come through a burning bush, bro? That's unnecessary, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Let's get Moses to lead him out of Egypt, bro. Well, God wants to know, bro. Moses is going to take that step of faith, bro. You feel me, bro? He could have been like, bro, this burning bush, what is this nonsense, bro? Let me leave, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
But he stayed there as an act of faith, bro. That's him exercising his free will, bro. And now God got to experience that faith, bro, from Moses. You get what I'm saying, bro? So now, bro, since he's all knowing but not all experiential, bro, that's why free will comes into play. You feel me, bro? That's all it is, bro.
I like that. And here's one other thing too. We need to stop putting limitations on who God is and like the mind of God and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because what tends to happen is we think, okay, God has this one-track mind about how everybody's life is gonna go. God is eternal and everything about him is eternal. So what does that mean? That means that when God sees the life of Rome, he sees the life of Rome in infinite possibilities. As in unending, like there is no end to the amount of possibilities this way, the way this man's life will go. Now, it always ends two ways, with God or without him. It always ends two ways, so don't get it twisted. Don't think that because there's a lot of, it'll always come back to that main point of where we began, with God or without him. So, whichever directions he goes, he will end up either with God or without him. That's how that works. But that doesn't change the fact that God, being this infinite being who has this infinite amount of wisdom, to say that like even calling God wise is almost disrespectful because he has that much, as in is uncontainable. Even the angels in heaven, the cherubim, all they can do is say holy, 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 holy. Because when you call somebody holy, I mean, have you? I don't know if y'all have seen the way the angels are described. The cherubim are described in the Bible. If they can call God holy, that's to say how far He is from them, and so they don't even understand who He is. So all they can say is holy. That's all they do. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come, day and night, day and night, day and night, to say the magnitude of Him. So now you take something like, okay, so in his mind, when he thinks of Willie, what does he think? He thinks of all the different possible ways that this can happen. It's for you math people, you can try probability. And you can talk about how what's it called? With probability, there's how many different ways that you can roll a dice. Okay, if I roll a dice 3 times, I can roll a 1 and a 4 and a 6. If I roll it again, I can get if I roll it again, I can get a 6 and a 5 and a 2, whatever it is. So in the same sense, that's how it is with God. So it's not that I lack choices because God knows. No, He has to know. That's who He is. He can't limit Himself to just, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, I ain't even gonna be long. I'm not gonna be long. Real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I understand this is a podcast, bro. But sound off the record, bro. You feel me, bro? We be asking the wrong questions, bro. Worrying about the wrong things, bro. As a people, bro. First of all, why are we questioning God, bro? You know what I'm saying? We can ask God questions, bro, but why are we questioning His authority, bro?
Who He is?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
on,
bro?
yeah.
Like, oh, bro, yeah, if your God do this, bro, you know what I'm saying? You know this, that, and the third, bro. Make this happen, bro. Like, who are you, son? You feel me? Bro, you can leave out of this earth today, and people will forget who you are 5 minutes later, bro.
That's simple.
But you'll probably get the benefit of the doubt from your loved ones, bro. They probably remember you for about a week, maybe a year, bro, if you're lucky, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? And it's over. The world is still being the world, bro. Satan's still doing this thing, bro. Jesus is still active on the throne, bro. Like, what more do you want, bro?
Yeah.
You cannot question God, bro. The one true living God, bro. How awful is it, bro, for you to fall into the hands of the one true living God, bro? To think that you can escape from this wrath by questioning Him, bro. Right? We'll be the biggest fools to do that, bro. You feel me? So
That's just a product of the fall. We start questioning everything. Are you really? Did God really say? Did God really say it? Yes. Why does He have to repeat Himself? He's God. Why does He have to just? Go ahead, Dylan.
Bro. Nah, like Rome said, like there's no debate. There's no debate. Why are we questioning God? Why are you trying to force your perspective onto God? Live your life, follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. You have free will. Let's not try to be like these zodiacs people that try to blame everything because your Neptune sign is flipped upside down and doing a handstand. You know what I'm saying? Like stop blaming everything and everyone else and try to be like, nah, God knows gonna do this. Like, no, you did what you did because you wanted to do it. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be like, yeah, God knows. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If God once loves us and blah blah, why does He let this happen? Blah blah blah. If God. Now, if you didn't do what you did, would you be right here today? 90% of our lives are literally based on our reaction, not our actions. It's about how we react to stuff. Stop trying to shift blame on everything. But like, I ain't trying to preach. I ain't trying to preach though, but like
You want to say we about to make some time for call-in so we can do our final thoughts, and then
call
if
in,
anybody
guys.
call in,
Share it, call in.
Yeah, share
You
it.
about to drop the link in the chat.
Yeah, so the link about to go in the chat. You click the thing, you know what I'm saying, and then say whatever you gotta say. We got some time for that. But yeah, go ahead, Vanessa. You got something?
All I gotta say is don't limit your free will to God's free will. That's it.
Damn.
Don't
Wow.
limit.
Hey, bro,
don't
somebody
put your
tag
My
that.
limitations
goodness, somebody
on
quote
Somebody
her right now.
Put that on a
bruh.
loop or something, bro.
My goodness.
Don't put your free will on God's will.
God's
Hey, say that one more time, even louder though.
You gotta say it with
Don't
your chest,
put
bro.
your free will on God's will.
God's will.
Because God's will is endless. Yours is the limitation on this world. But God is outside of this world, outside of this universe. So there is no limitation. So you can't do that.
I
So
like
don't
that.
put your little limits, your laws on a big God.
On a big God.
Yeah.
Big is and even calling Him big is minuscule. Like it can't even like take in all that He is. You know what I'm saying? We try to do whatever we want to do and blah 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 and try to say like, oh yeah, you know, if God, we sound like children.
Word up.
We forget that we're literally his children.
Literally.
This is why we.
Bro, he's been alive for an eternity, bro.
We've only been here for
what,
for
a
how
few
long?
years? A few years, bro.
And how much is? I mean, what does it say in the Bible? 1,000 years is like a day, and a day is like 1,000 years.
Bro, let's see, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? We think we know Oh, you think because you're 80 years old, you think you know something.
Marvelous.
How many times has God seen 80 years? I mean, he just, and you died.
Great guy.
You understand what I'm saying? I heard it. What's it called? I heard it described this way: if God just blinks wrong, the whole universe will evaporate.
Yeah.
If he just, oops. You see what I'm saying? Like we think this is what happens. When little kids like, oh, mom, if you loved me, you would give me that candy. It's like, because you don't have the maturity, I'm not even gonna take the time to explain to you.
Not even explaining.
I'm not even gonna take the time to explain to you why you shouldn't have it. What I'm telling you, every single time when I was little and I'll ask for candy, my mom would say no, and I'd be like, why? She'd never
Why?
explain. She'd just be like, just cause.
Just cuz. Tell him now.
For real, because she knows that at your tiny age, you're 5, you're 6. If I tried to explain to you how what's inside of this candy that you keep trying to eat, and how that affects your teeth, and how that'll be for you later, and what are dentures, and how does that work with insurance? How you gonna tell a little kid that? They'll be asleep 5 minutes in while you're talking. That's the same thing.
Small, bro.
It's too small. That's the point. That's the point. It's too small. So if God says, I saw infinite way before you were even here.
Buzz Lightyear.
And I saw what would happen to you. I saw your consequences way before before you were even brought on this earth. Do I have to stoop down to try to explain to you who I am?
Really low.
How long would God have to take trying to just explain to us?
Many years, bro.
I don't even think you can put it in time.
You're right, bro. In eternity, bro.
If God made it outside of time, so if you try to put it in time, the world will explode. You'll die. It's that simple.
There, bro. Hey, I have nothing to say, bro. So I'm gonna pass it on to my man's Dylan, bro.
Ain't nothing to say, bro. She said, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, what she said was y'all OC, bro.
No,
I'm saying, bro.
That's the
Like,
been said
bro,
this whole time.
you know what, bro? I might just someone write that quote, send it to me, bro. I'm gonna make a post, bro. Give me like a picture.
Put a picture, yeah.
Put the quote
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your free will on his will. What? Oh my goodness.
Dang, bro.
Oh my goodness. Don't put your free will on his.
Great example, Abraham, bro. When the angels came, Sarah laughed, bro. Abraham got discouraged and tried to get one of his, what was it, a slave shorty, bro?
Slave, it was,
from Egypt, bro. I forgot her name, bro. Point is, he tried to get a son, bro, through his own earthly way, his own earthly wisdom, bro. Instead of trusting God, bro, I should put his will on God's will, bro. End up messing up the timing, bro. You feel me, fool?
And he even said it too. He was like, no. I have a son here. God, don't even worry about Isaac. I got a son. And what does God say?
You're crazy.
Abraham, listen. We're cool. I come and I talk to you, you know, and we're nice, and I come and I speak to you face to face. But don't ever. This is dad talking. Don't ever think that just because I come and I speak to you, buddy, we're buddy. God is not your, he calls us friend. That doesn't mean you guys are equals. Don't watch, and you think I'm just saying something outlandish, okay?
Not
Whenever
one of your
your mother
school friends.
comes and, you said what?
You just said I'm not one of your school friends.
Yes. I'm not one of your school, so you can have the best relationship with
Am I
your
your
mom.
mate?
The moment you do something wrong, she'll come in. Okay, come sit down. Come right here. Suddenly she's not friend anymore. She's mom. You remembered. Wait, that's my mother. I actually have to report to her. I have to respect her and all that.
Yes,
you
sir.
remember that? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Same thing. We try to we can do it for the people on earth. We can't do it for God because we think God. Oh, if He loves me, why doesn't He let me?
That boy really traumatized, boy.
I'm just saying. We expect so much more from people here than from God. Why? Because God loves us?
Word up.
You don't know what love is, bruh. Come on.
Hey, mix up the Collins. Bro.
This man is cluggish, bruh.
Bro,
Oh my
shout out to Sue, bro, for making that noise.
Nah, for real. Do shout out to Sue, though, bro. Mix up the Collins, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tuning in and all that kind of stuff, but we accept the Collins. But like, to keep this joint going, bro. Like, y'all know, bro. Y'all know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. You pass away, God forbid, you go to that gate, you know what I'm saying? You go to that gate, bro. Yeah, you know, you knew I was gonna do the whole time. You knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna work, bro. Come on, bro. And then,
It
like
is
what Willie
audacity.
said, bro, like, say God calls you friend, bro, but
Go ahead, bro.
but there's a hierarchy here, bro.
Say that.
And everything there's a hierarchy.
Come
you know
on,
what
bro.
I'm saying? You got the best relationship with one another, but you gotta understand that you're talking to God. Like, who are you? Who are you? I got my own personal ad-libs.
For real, bro.
But like, but like, who are you though? Who are you to try to be like, yeah, you know, you my good man? What up, Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? What up, JC? You know
Go ahead,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Call him JC, see what happens, bro.
I'll slap you.
Come on, bro.
I'll slap you, Brady.
Alright.
But like, you can't just keep pretending, bro. You can't just keep pretending. People be like, oh, my relationship, my God, blah 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 blah. Look, we were saying this earlier. When people when they said the God of Moses, the God of Abraham, the God of Noah, it does not mean that God transformed and switched it up for them. It just to show their intimacy, their relationship. You know what I'm saying? But even at the end of the day, these people were not talking crazy to God.
Because every single, listen to this, watch this pattern. The God of Moses, the God of Abraham.
The God of whoever, every single time God showed up, they fell flat on their face. Even Jesus. He fell on his face. God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to do this. Not my will, but yours. He fell on his face. Isaiah, woe is me. I'm a man of unclean lips. The prophet Isaiah, I'm a man of was it Jeremiah or what's it called? Yeah, I think it might have been Jeremiah. Oh God, just kill me. I don't know. Just take my life, please. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. And the angels came and ministered. No, it was Elijah. There it is, Elijah. Just kill me. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. They fall flat on their because they reckon you can be friend, you can be, but that's still God.
But you know what's crazy too, though? But like, you know what's crazy too, though? These people that had, let's be real, the intimacy of their relationships surpass, like I have never ever seen it in my life before. You know what I'm saying? They were speaking directly to God,
Yep.
and God spoke back.
Spoke back.
You know what I'm saying?
He's agreeing. He's agreeing.
I'm trying to be like your man. I got a testimony today.
Oh yeah. Come on now. But like, these people were literally like they were speaking a burning bush. When have you seen anything like that?
Never.
When have you seen a staff turn into a
Staff turn into a snake.
snake?
A staff turned into a snake.
You know what I'm saying?
And God tells you
But
pick up
then
the
again,
stick.
those same people, the amount of fear they had, and not let alone, but the amount of temptation they had to even turn from God. Like, I'm not about to be like these force guys and try to sell you a fake plan. You know what I'm saying? And tell you that you're gonna be rich, blah blah blah. Like, it's not sweet. These people that had God right there, they woke up like, hey God, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you gonna get hey God. We're still struggling in this world. You know what I'm saying? Still struggling with temptation, still struggling with doubt. Hey, can you imagine? But you got God talking directly to you, and you got to doubt.
Struggling with doubt.
You know what I'm saying? These people had faith like no other. But we over here, we got it easy, bro. We got it too easy, bro.
Easy.
I could never get used to it. I could never get used to it. But we got it easy, bro. And then all we do, bro, is just complain, bro. In matter of fact, even blame God. Most of these people in the Old Testament, bro, when they had to struggle with something, they didn't blame God. They blamed themselves.
I like that.
Moses said, I can't speak.
I can't speak.
God's like, bro, like, so
Did
what?
you make the mouth? Even blaming yourself is disrespectful because you
That's
know
what
who
I'm
you're
saying.
talking to.
Exactly.
The God that made your mouth. Oh, you can't speak. You're a man of unclean lips. Hey, shut up, man. He brought a coal. He touched it to his lips. They're clean now. Speak.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead before I start. Oh, my fault. You're on mute. My fault. Go ahead.
Dang, bro. Exercise that mute button.
But it goes back to faith, because just like how your mom is not going to take forever when you're 5 years old to explain to you why you can't have that candy, it's the reason why. It's faith. Like, God sees what you don't see. Those spiritual eyes, his spiritual eyes are different from yours. So what he sees in your life is what he's trying to hinder you from. So, don't sin and don't do sexual immorality and don't steal and don't this and that. It's because he sees what you don't see. And so he's trying to prevent you from that. And although it's, God's just trying to prevent me from this, from Satan, but it's more than that.
It's way more than
He
that.
sees more than that. And I may not comprehend it, but there's something out there. Like, it's more than just what the Bible explains. There's something, you know. I think I was reading Revelations, and John was about to explain something about the scrolls or something like that. And so God stopped John.
He said,
God was like,
don't
no,
say it.
don't explain
You
it.
can't explain it.
Because
Don't.
it's way more than
Way-
what we could comprehend. So, I mean, just trust him. Just have faith. Just like that. It's that easy.
We have no idea why. We have no idea why. We don't know why God leaves stuff out. We don't know why he does what he does. But a lot of times it's to save us even from ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You can use Satan as an example. We can use Lucifer as an example, right? It says that iniquity was found in his heart. Where was iniquity in heaven? Nowhere. It was in him. So he's trying to protect you from you. The decisions that you're making, they're from you. He can see what you can't see. So when you go and you mess with that person after hours and you go do blah, 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 he can see what that's doing to you. He can see how that's transforming your soul and transforming your will and transforming your decisions, how you'll be influenced to do certain type of stuff. So as we talk about this type of stuff, I mean, the main thing, the first and last thing you need to be doing is trusting God. Let that be your basis. Trust God. He knows. If he didn't know, he wouldn't be God. It's that simple. If he didn't know, he wouldn't be God. If he was you, okay, then we can start asking questions. We can start doubting. But he's not dumb like you. So, please sit back. I see you guys looking at me some type of way. He's not dumb like you. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So sit back, relax, let God be God. That's all I gotta say on that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming on the
Hey,
yeah,
Cuzzo,
go ahead.
is there nobody like coming on this joint?
Nah. Unless
Ain't no callers?
Hey, y'all got.
Hey, hold, bro. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man.
Y'all
Y'all gonna hop on this joint, man.
They got 30 seconds, bro.
I ain't gonna say all that. They already know. Look into my eyes. It's the camera, right?
Yeah, that's the camera right there.
Noah, please switch the camera, bruh. They're about to get but it's cool, bruh. It's cool. It's cool, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we appreciate y'all, joining us. Thank you for watching Unfiltered, you know what I'm saying? I'm Willie, y'all host, you know what I'm saying? It's Vanessa, Dylan, Rome. You know
Rundown.
what I'm saying? We are here every single Sunday, 12:30, or today, when did we start? 12:45. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? 12:30, be prepared, because if we're not already there, we're around the way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, send it to your friends, send it to whoever. You know what I'm saying? These conversations will keep going, and it's open to the public. It's open for suggestions. If you think there's some things that we should talk about, you know what I'm saying, you can either reach out to one of our social medias, maybe put it in the comment box in YouTube or something like that. And just let us know, you know what I'm saying, feedback, what you think, all that stuff. But yeah, we have been Unfiltered. Yeah,
Hey,
appreciate
quick,
y'all.
real quick, man. You know
Go
what I'm saying? Before you leave, bro, like a wise man once said, bro, onions don't cut themselves, bro.
Hey. You gotta give him his credit, bro. MLA format, bro. Who said it?
Rundown wrong.
Run down wrong. Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Nah, but yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We out, bro.
We out.
I know it.
That's all for the brand.